Welcome to Sea Leg Journey's Sunday evening live event with your host, Robin and Chet. And who knows, maybe baby Enzo or Ringo will have a special appearance tonight.
Pretty sure they will.
We would encourage you to participate in the chat and join along with the fun.
That's right. Bring your questions and comments in. We're going to help you find out the things you need to know to make your next cruise the best one ever.
Whether you decide to stay on the ship or get off the ship, a cruise vacation is a vacation of a lifetime.
That's right. We'll talk about excursions, we'll talk about the ports, we'll talk about the ships, and of course, the food.
It's almost showtime, so go grab that snack. The show's about to start.
Hey, good evening, y'all. It's Sunday night. Welcome to Sea Leg Journey Sunday Night Live. Here it is March the 2nd. Yes, I said March the 2nd, 2025. With me tonight is Robin from Sea Leg Journeys. Here she comes now.
I'm trying to get here.
She's trying to get here. There she goes. She's getting there, y'all.
I got elf on the shelf in my chair. I got a rabbit in my chair.
Yeah, they were holding down the fort, waiting for her to get here, and now here she is finally.
Man. Wet hair, fresh out of the shower.
Yeah, we've been busy out there in the yard today, and I didn't even get in here till like almost 5:15. So I hit Chris and Liz on my phone, so I was coming in as me instead of Sea Leg Journeys. So I had blanket hellos to all y'all. That's what was going on. Had to set this up. Had to try to get cleaned up.
He wanted me to come do this show instead of taking a shower. He's like, you don't need to take a shower. I've been working in the garden all day, right? Yeah. And I take my gloves off and I have black wrist. I am not about to come here and do a show without taking a shower. No, I had to jump in the shower. Now I'm out of breath. Hair wet.
Out of breath.
I'm out of breath.
Chair wet. Out of breath. Hey, y'all. So we was hanging out with Chris and Liz there, listening and lurking and all that. And, they got a not group cruise coming up in 2017.
Yeah, I heard you saying that.
Yeah. So I wanted to remind everybody else, if you're coming in and you missed CCA, Carnival Cruise Addicts, Chris and Liz, that's what the big topic was over there tonight, is scheduling you to go on that. They don't seem to have a regular travel agent to go through. That's why they call it a non-group cruise.
Non-group cruise.
But if you need a travel agent before we start the show, I can recommend some to you. That's right. We got Andrew at Embarkation Nation. We got Bruce at Ocean to Ocean. We got Sherman at CNS. And we got Chris at Midlife Travels. Their descriptions, where you can find them, is in our link below. How about that? And Tiffany's here. How about that? Hey, there, Chet, Robin. And speaking of Embarkation Nation, right there's Andrew and Jennifer right now. And Andrew's one of those guys I was telling you can get a hold of to book those cruises right there. At Cruise Life TV, Greg and Michelle. Hey, what's going on, y'all? And Fam Adventures, Ron coming in on that CCA raid.
Everybody's coming in on CCA raid.
Scott coming in on the CCA raid. Dude, I hope you're feeling better over there. I'm feeling better finally. I'm getting my mojo back.
He's been sick. It's been a pretty rough week around here for Sea Leg Journeys.
Yeah. Unless you like vomiting and fevers.
No, that's okay.
Chet next coming in from and CNS. Hey, there's one of my other travel agents I mentioned to you right there. And get a hold of Sherman at CNS Travel. He can book that cruise for you.
There you go.
Danny D, the spectacular supporter. What's going on, Danny?
What's wrong with my clicker?
What's wrong with her clicker? I don't know. Let me go click it. We'll go click her clicker. I'll be back in a minute, y'all.
I think so.
Yeah, you ever had to click your wife's clicker? Anyway, Aaron's here
Get
saying,
back on the topic.
hey, Select Journeys and crew, right on. Aaron, good to see you here tonight, brother. A big family expedition. Hey, y'all. Hey, big family. Right on.
Mm-hmm.
Good to see y'all here tonight.
Oh, he forgot he was a CCA raid. He forgot where he came from.
He forgot he came from I know. I saw Aaron in there. Team Reese coming in. Hey, Sea Lake Journeys. Hey, Team Reese. Are y'all coming on after us? Let me know in the chat so we can tell everybody.
Yep.
Okay.
Or just put it in the chat.
Or just put it in the chat. It's even more gooder.
Yeah, more gooder.
Marjorie says, hey, and good evening. Hey, Marjorie. Chris Moss, good evening to you. First time here. We're going to give you a double squeaky for that, Chris. Right on. Thanks for joining us here tonight. We got a lively show here for you.
So if you're not familiar with us, I am Robin, this is Chet, and we are Sea Lake Journeys.
Yeah, we're Sea Lake Journeys. We talk about cruising, and that's why I'm wearing a Carnival t-shirt. Mm-hmm.
I have on a Mexican kind of dress because you did the Day of the Dead.
Puerto Vallarta.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she's talking about the Friday's Raid Parade. I put a new video up for us, Puerto Vallarta, and we were there right before Day of the Dead, the day before, and they were decorating and setting it all up. Yeah. So we got video of all that. If you've never seen Day of the Dead in Mexico, you haven't seen Day of the Dead.
And in Puerto Vallarta, they have the largest Katrina in the world.
Yeah, it's like gigantic.
Because we were there a few days before the actual celebration. Her skirt was there. Her bust was there and her head was there, but she was not all assembled. But her head was huge.
Yeah.
I mean, I forget how tall they said she was.
They had all the other stuff set up, though, so you can really see what it looks like.
Lots of other Katrinas were set up, yeah. And some of the altars were set up as well.
Chet Mix lives and so does Robin.
Yeah,
Ain't she pretty? Ain't she pretty? Big family.
It's just hello to everybody.
Some hellos. Okay.
Yeah.
We got some big old hellos in there.
Nightbot. This is how you share. Okay, so.
Hey, Tiffany.
Put in hashtag SLJ, and Nightbot will share your link. It's the only job Nightbot has, so we like to have him busy every once in a while.
Yeah, let other people find you, get to know you, and love you like we do here at Sea Lake Journeys. Captain Sea Lake.
Here. Celebration.
Oh, 23 months, almost 2 years.
Oh,
double squeaky.
Wow.
Embarkation Nation.
We love them. We love you guys. We got to get on a cruise ship with them one day.
I know it. It's too bad we couldn't get on their wedding cruise going to Alaska.
I know. We did. I did look at that, but I forget why we couldn't go. I can't remember why we couldn't go.
Because we already got the cruise booked for your birthday in May.
That's right. But we did look because we wanted to try to go with you guys for your wedding. That was going to be exciting.
I know, right? I still got the invitation sitting on my toolbox. It's great.
What is this?
Danny D says, this is another channel I get to meet in July 2025. That's right. We're going to go up there to Orlando, meet Danny D. Woo, it's going to be fun. It's going to be crazy.
Yep.
Orlando will never be the same, Danny D. Najuma Brown. Hey, everyone.
Okay, so this is because Chet makes weird comments throughout our show occasionally.
Do I? Carnival Cruise Acts coming in. Wait. Click your wife's clicker. Yes, that's a secret thing that... Yeah.
No clicker, at least haven't done it on YouTube.
We haven't done that on YouTube, no.
Geez,
but we did get applause one time.
Stop it.
That's all I said.
Let's go.
Hickey Nookie World Tour here saying hello everyone. We are back from our cruise in Asia, getting ready to put out a bunch of videos. Guys, they got some quality videos of some far off places, far out places. So, yeah, we can't wait to see them.
Here's another celebration.
Danny D's member for 10 months. What? Double squeak. Right on, Danny D.
Right on, Danny D.
Hey, y'all be sure to subscribe to Danny D. She is such a great supporter that we like to make sure that we go over and support her, too. And Life with Lucia and Glenn. Hey, you guys. Hey, Lucia and Glenn. Right on. Chris says, going to Mexican Riviera in less than 3 weeks.
So we loved that cruise. What did we do? Okay, so we did...
First was Cabo San Lucas.
Yes, and we rode the camels there.
Highly recommend it.
Highly recommend it. A lot of people were like, okay, so it's like an hour and a half drive there, an hour and a half drive back. That's 3 hours. And then you're just going to you're going to ride a camel for 20 minutes and that's it. Let me tell you, trust me. You can only ride a camel for 20 minutes. Your legs are done. after 20 minutes. Your legs are going, get me off of this camel. Your back is going, get me off of this camel. Because unlike a horse, a horse moves along quite, where your body can keep up with it, right? Well, a camel, your body cannot keep up with the movement of a camel. A camel goes, clunk, clunk. It's like your whole body is wore out by the time you get off that camel.
But check out our videos, Chris, because we got one from the camel ride. We got two actually from the camel ride, Cabo San Lucas.
Now, if you're going to do the camel ride, make sure you take cash to buy the photos, because you're not allowed to take photos on the camels, but they take fantastic photos of you. And you can also buy drone footage of you on the camel.
Yeah, if you see our videos, it'll explain it all a lot better than we can here in a live show. So check out those two videos from Cabo San Lucas. And then the next stop was Mazatlan.
Mazatlan.
Salsa and salsa.
Yes, we did the salsa and salsa. Now, Mazatlan is a little difficult to maneuver through. The streets are steep and narrow and lots of stairs. So make sure you wear your tennis shoes, good walking shorts. And it is hot. But the church was so pretty. Vallarta. Oh, is that Puerto Vallarta?
Yeah, the church.
Oh, sorry. I'm talking about Puerto Vallarta.
Yeah, but Mazatlan was the salsa and salsa. And she don't remember a lot of it. Neither do I. We have to go back and watch the video.
Because we had too much tequila.
They just had the best tequila, and we made tacos or something like that, little flat tostadas.
Enchiladas.
And we made enchiladas, yes. And it was just a beautiful place and so much fun.
Now, isn't that where the tram picked you up at the ship? You could not walk.
Yes.
So,
yes,
right.
Yes.
So
yes.
it is an industrial port, so you don't walk off the ship. And so you have to get a ticket, and a tram will take you from the ship to like the little market area. And then when you get to the market area, then you can walk around all you want. But it is in an industrial park with semis driving around. And they don't want you walking.
And Cabo's a tender port. We found.
And Cabo is a tender port, yes. Yeah. And Cabo, the seals.
Yeah.
The seals. So it's a tender port. And so you take the tender from the ship into a little marina, right? And the seals are sitting up on the dock in the marina, and there was some great little shopping there as well.
Yes.
But definitely must see places. You will definitely enjoy those ports. But make sure you're wearing walking shoes. Don't wear flip flops. Don't wear sandals. You are going to have some tired, sore feet and blisters if you don't wear comfortable shoes.
Last stop was Puerto Vallarta she was talking about, and what a great day that was. They had the Day of the Dead decorations, and check out the video on that. I just put it up. I think it's a fantastic video.
I just love that. I would go there again.
Me too.
If we could. But it's all the way over on the other coast for us. So.
Danny says, yep, and my parents and I was hoping Big Bro and his soon-to-wife could come, but they can't. Probably too much after the wedding in May.
That's our meetup in June.
Yes.
Yep.
Aaron says, I don't know. I bet one day we'll see an ad on YouTube about clicking your wife's clicker.
Brought to you by Sea Lake Journeys, right?
Have you clicked your wife's clicker today?
Better than camel toe. There you go.
Aaron says instead, it's the other things that happens on the camel ride excursion.
And the camels are so gentle. So every camel there has a job, right? So the camels that give you a ride, that's their job. And then they have camels that you take your picture with. That's their job. Every camel has their own job, and it's fantastic.
Some are sweeping the floor. Some are washing dishes.
And you will be put on the camel based upon your body weight and your height. And
if you're amputee.
Right. So Chet had to ride a camel by himself because they weren't sure how the camel was going to react to the metal laying against its body, even though there was a blanket.
And they figured if it was going to throw me off and stomp me to death, they didn't want somebody else to be a victim.
That is not true. Oh, it's so not true. And so I ended up riding camel by myself as well. But So don't be upset if you ride a camel if you're not allowed to ride a camel by yourself. It's the type of camel, because they have the single hump camels and the double hump camels. The camel I got to ride on was a hump and a half. So she was a half breed camel. One of her parents was a double hump and one of her parents was a single hump, and she was born with a hump and a half. So I was like, I got the special camel.
All I know is we were there on hump day. It was great. Tiffany says horseback riding
too. Yes.
Uh-huh.
Yep. Sausage and sausage, salsa and salsa.
Salsa and salsa. Chris, no sausage over here, buddy.
And yes, we are all still praying for Z-Man. He's still not feeling 100%. I think he messaged you.
Yeah,
was it yesterday?
He sounded a whole lot better when I talked to him.
Yeah,
he did. He sounds improved.
Mm-hmm.
Mom's travel team. Good evening. Hey, Mom, what's going on?
Mama.
Anthony on the move is here. Hello, everyone. Hey, Anthony.
Mm-hmm.
We are moving tonight.
There you go.
Mom says she loved Puerto Vallarta, but because we were on a Disney and did the beach lunch excursion, so good. We took my mom, so we needed something easy for her. Yeah.
Yes.
Right on. You got to evaluate what you can do.
Yes. And, we're talking tonight about how cruising has changed over the years, right? Let's say hello to Hats on a Mission.
Hats on a Mission. Hey, what's going on, brother?
And here's one more.
Single is dromedary and two hump is Bactrian.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah. I remember the dromedary, but I couldn't remember the second one.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't remember the second name. That's why I didn't say it. This camel talk is getting saucy.
Hump.
Talk. Camels have
What do you
buttons.
call a 3-hump camel pregnant?
Way to go, Ron.
Hump day.
That's a double squeaky. First time I saw a video from the port at Freeport, Bahama, was from Joey Ferris sailing on Bahama Paradise. I thought it looked like a map from the game Half-Life you have to shoot your way out of.
So I don't know how long ago that video was, but they have improved the port there a little bit. They've improved the port in Nassau a lot more than Freeport, but they are working on improving the Bahamas.
Yes.
The Bahamas are getting a little bad rap from Americans that are afraid that our security is in jeopardy there. So they are, and that mainly comes from the vendors and peddlers, and stuff, very aggressive and following you along and, kind of just hammering you. So the Bahamas they're doing a lot better about that. And they are trying to make us feel more at home.
Which is one of the changes we've seen in the past 21 years that we've been cruising.
Mm-hmm.
Hickey Nookie says, I hope you rode them on a Wednesday, as that would be hump day. I think it was a Wednesday. That was an amazing opportunity for us to take Mom and her first time out of the country. We live in San Diego.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's
a hop, skip, and a jump for y'all.
Short cruise for y'all.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's great.
So that video he was referring to was several years ago.
Oh, yes.
Yep.
Thought so. Mm-hmm.
And they've never been to Freeport. The Bahamas is the Bahamas, okay? There's nothing spectacular, a lot of snorkeling, a lot of beach, a lot of ATV riding, that kind of thing. Mm-hmm. It's not one of the islands that has something spectacular, like Jamaica has waterfalls and climbing Jumanji. No, not Jumanji.
The Duns River Falls.
Duns River Falls, yeah. It's not like that, but and the shopping is just kind of average.
Yeah. But Nassau is much nicer.
Yes, and they built this whole new
whole terminal there.
Whole terminal.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Mark the Shark! Everybody, get
Mark
your salutes up. Hello, beautiful people. Hope you guys have a beautiful evening. If you know me, I'm sitting on my balcony in the port of Miami watching cruise ships go by. We know that's what Mark the Shark's doing. Mark, we're gonna give you a special salute tonight from the dinosaur leg.
And there's Z-Man. Z-Man, we were talking about you. I hope you're feeling better.
Yeah, man. We were just talking about you, bro.
Mm-hmm. And the beaches in the Bahamas are gorgeous. This kind of beach in the Bahamas. It is very pristine beaches in the Bahamas.
You know what else they have added there since we started cruising that I love is that Margaritaville Resort.
Oh, yes. So Margaritaville Resort, and that's in Nassau, is within walking distance of the ship.
Even if you're in a wheelchair.
Yeah, and I pushed him in the wheelchair the whole way there, just so that we could say how difficult or how easy it was. But you can pay a day pass for Margaritaville.
Yep.
And they have the lazy river, they
Mhm.
have the swimming pool, and they have the beach right there.
Yes,
And
beautiful.
if you don't want to pay for Margaritaville, but you just want to go to the beach, Junkanoo Beach
Yeah.
is right beside of it. So it's easy to walk to that beach as well. And I believe that's a free beach.
That's a free beach, yes.
I think you have to pay like $25 for a chair or
It's
something
just usually
like that.
very crowded, though.
Yeah.
So we were glad we picked Margaritaville.
It's so funny because we're at Margaritaville Beach, right? And that's like right here. And the chairs are on the beach. And they're spaced a little bit apart, you know, so you have a little bit of space between each other. And Junkanoo Beach, there's a little fence. And then Junkanoo Beach is like right here. And those people are stacked on top of each other.
Check out our video. We have 3 videos from Margaritaville showing you the walk there,
Yeah.
pushing a wheelchair, the resort itself, and the lazy river.
Yep, everybody's praying for Z-Man.
Yes, we are.
Get better. Yes, we hope you get better as well.
And Carnival Cruise House, yeah, they came home with the bug too. And
yes, and so
Scott
did
did
Scott.
too.
Yes. So that's another thing. Talking about getting on a cruise ship and getting the yucky bug. Okay, let's face it, you can get the yucky bug in Walmart. Check out the yucky bug all this week. We haven't even left home. So the thing about you, a lot of people say they're afraid to go on a cruise ship because they're afraid of getting sick. You have just as much risk of getting sick on a cruise ship as you do at home. And I don't mean in your own home. I mean, you know, at a restaurant or Walmart or whatever. So the thing is, just make sure you wash your hands and you don't touch your face, you know, with your hands and that kind of thing. And if you feel like you're sitting at a table that's not clean, move. But it doesn't mean that you're not going to get sick. But don't be afraid to go cruising because of getting sick.
I'm not afraid. I'm ready to go. And in fact, now that you say that, guess what? We got only 69 days till we go again.
I know. So, and here Controversial Cruises says, you look a lot better, Chip.
I feel a lot better. Yeah.
You sound better.
I do. Yeah. I mean, I never had a cold. My head wasn't stuffed up. Mine was all gastrointestinal. Mine was all...
you got some kind of stomach bug.
Yeah, stomach bug, yeah.
So mom's trying that. Yes, just keep washing your hands and don't touch your face.
Yeah.
I think it's so funny to see people that are, you know, just constantly doing like this and they're touching the table. I'm like, your face is the most sensitive part for you to get germs inside your body.
Especially if they're wearing a mask and they reach under there. And
and on a lot of cruises, the crew call it washy, 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 washy,
washy, washy.
Yep.
Hey,
happy, washy, washy. Yep.
That's right.
69 days. Love that number.
Yeah, kind of goes with the button thing again.
Whatever.
Yeah. Michael Ann, spoiled mama here, saying I got sick after my first cruise, but could have picked it up on a cruise, the hotel, the airport. Let me tell you, 2 out of the last 3 times I've flown, I got sick.
Yes, he gets sick. He gets sick almost every time we fly. So I've gotten to where when we fly, I take the Clorox wipes, and when we sit down at our seat, I tell him, don't touch anything until the other person that belongs in the seat comes. Okay. And then when the other person in the seat comes, then I take and I wipe down the tray, the TV screen, the headrest, the armrest. I wipe down everything. And then when he eats, I'll take out a paper towel and I'll lay a paper towel down on the little tray so that his food is on a paper towel, because something about being on a
Well,
plane,
you got sick too, though.
I know, but you get sick every time. Something about being on a plane and that recirculating air. He has asthma, so I think that kind of affects pulls it down a little bit. His immune system pulls it down a little bit. But the thing is that I take Clorox wipes everywhere we go. And if we're going to go, let's just face it, a lot of countries are not as sanitary as we are. Although you can go to places in America that are not sanitary at all. Let's face it.
The Jiffy store.
Yeah. So, just carry hand wipes with you and hand sanitizer. And I even carry, you can go to Walmart and you can buy the little potty seat covers. I carry those with me, because you never know. I carry toilet paper with me in it's like a little Kleenex package, but it's toilet paper. And it's so funny because Chet will go in the bathroom and I'll be like, do you need any supplies? He's like, I don't know. Let me go check. And then he'll come back and say, I think I need some supplies.
I think I need another bathroom.
Well, sometimes you don't have a choice.
I know.
If you're on an excursion.
I'll go around back and find a telephone pole by a bush.
Yep. Here we go.
Hickey Nookie says, our latest cruise, everyone had kennel cough, including me. Lasted about 4 days. Yeah, see, that's typically the kind of thing I get on an airplane. Yes. I come back, and last time the doctor said it's bronchitis. So
oh no, we did the Alaska 2 weeks, the 1 week on the cruise ship and the 1 week on land.
Yeah.
And we were fine on the cruise ship, totally fine on the cruise ship.
Mm.
But when we got on land, we had the train, and then going from the train station to the lodges, we were on buses. Right, and there were so many people coughing on the bus.
Oh,
we ended up getting bronchitis, and we felt like the last couple of days it was like my throat's a little scratchy, and we got home, and bronchitis will take you weeks. I think it took us 12 weeks to shake bronchitis
to get it completely over.
To get right,
because
that cough will wear you out.
Oh my gosh. Hey, the Gypsy and the Vanilla Gorilla, Jeff and Tammy here. Good evening to you. Wavy hand.
Yes, I do bring toilet paper with me, and I get it in Walmart or the Dollar Tree, and it comes in like a little Kleenex package.
I thought those were Kleenexes. I was blowing my nose.
I have them both. I have both toilet paper and Kleenex. Smarty pants.
I never know. Marine Corps toothbrush, Marine Corps toilet paper. Sometimes I get them confused.
Read that, chat.
Mike Land says it wasn't any worse than an annoying head cold for me, but a few weeks later got another respiratory infection, not the C thing. That was a lot worse. You may have had bronchitis.
You may have had bronchitis, because bronchitis many times can turn into a lung infection.
Yeah.
Because you just it's this hack.
Yeah, and it ain't like constantly may go 30 minutes and all of a sudden and then you got an attack. Mom says I had a cough on our cruise, so I brought a handkerchief to cover my cough. I didn't want to spread anything, even though it was just a tickle cough. Yeah, you know, that's brilliant. A handkerchief and covering your mouth.
Yes,
that's perfect.
We were on a cruise ship. I guess last year, right? And we sat down out at one of the pool areas at a table because we wanted to play a game, right?
Yeah.
And we were at a big table. We always try to find, a small table. But if there's no small table available, in this case, there was no small tables available. We had to take a big table, right? So it's a table of 6 chairs. And Chet and I were sitting at the end across from each other. And this lady comes along and she says, "Do you mind if I share your table?" I said, "No, not at all." So she sits down at the other end, right? And less than 5 minutes into her sitting there, she starts coughing and coughing and coughing and coughing. And it's not a smoker cough. She's obviously, it's either allergies or bronchitis or something, right? And so me and Chet are looking at each other, and we both want to get up and leave, but we don't want to offend this lady, right? And she's coughing, and she's not covering her mouth or anything. She's not coughing into her elbow. She's just sitting there doing that, right? So I told Chet, I said, I'm not feeling too good. Let's go back to the cabin. Do you mind if we go back to the cabin? He's like, no, not at all. Let's go back to the cabin. And I really wasn't feeling. I was feeling fine, but I didn't want to offend the lady.
I was fixing to say something like, "Hey, I need to go do some laundry."
So the thing is that if you are around people on a cruise ship and they are sick, ask to either if you just move. And if you're in the dining room or something and there's people, and we've done this before too, people sitting at the table next to us just cough. We've actually asked our waiter, we don't want to be an inconvenience, but we don't want to get sick. And they're coughing a lot. Would you mind moving us? And they're like, not at all. No, because they don't want anybody getting sick either. No. So if you're in an uncomfortable area and you feel, and that's just not for people being sick. If there's drunk people next to you and they make you feel uncomfortable. Or we were actually sitting in a steakhouse one time, and this couple was arguing with each other. I mean, arguing bad.
That was fixing to be a breakout fight.
Arguing really bad. And we asked the waiter, would you mind moving us? Their argument is, we're uncomfortable. So never, ever, ever feel bad about speaking up or moving,
That's right.
Do it.
Yeah.
Because it's your vacation too, right?
That's right. Yeah. Don't just sit there.
Let's see. What's this?
Controversial. Can't wait to see what it is. It's been a while. Sorry, we were cruising.
Oh, okay.
Scott has something going up.
Never heard of kennel cough. So kennel cough is something dogs get. Kennel cough is something that dogs get. It's like an upper respiratory infection in a dog puppy hotels, dog kennels, that kind of thing. And just like bronchitis for people, it takes dogs quite a long time to get over it as well.
Speaking of dogs, one's walking around my feet.
You mean the C thing?
Oh yeah, no. I'll tell you what, we made sure when we got home we tested like No, it's negative. Test again.
Yeah.
Still negative.
Mhm.
Wait till.
We tested ourselves like 3 times.
Yeah. Test again. Like 6 hours later. No, it wasn't that. So then we call the doctor. Doctor talk to us and all that. Mom says that is one of our must-haves: handkerchief, bandana, cover your cough, and for dry hands, etc. That's just good planning. Everybody should do that. I love that.
Yeah, and you know what? Nowadays, since COVID came along, people still wear masks when they're not feeling well. We were at the grocery store the other day, and this elderly lady, she was old. She was like in her 90s, and she's wearing a mask in the grocery store. She's wearing a mask for herself, and it's okay for yourself. Do what you have to do for yourself.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Michael Land says, we wore masks on our way to Miami, but once we got there, so I was bound to get something. None of my travel companions caught it.
Danny D laughing. Okay, what's this?
Mom says, what? Oh my gosh, that's terrible. That is so rude. Tell me about it. What I hate is if you get in a theater or something or on a bus, like I say, or even a theater and you're sitting there and the person right behind you.
Yeah. But we
know
move.
They ain't covering nothing. I'm like, I'm out of here.
We move. Here we go.
Tiffany, kennel cough wasn't the official diagnosis, just with dogs get in the kennel and it spreads really easy.
It spreads really, really
easy. Yeah.
We always ask to move. No biggie.
Right
and the staff, you're not an inconvenience to the staff when you're asked to move either.
No, they don't.
Here's another celebration.
Hey, month 5. Enjoyed you missing out. Double squeakies for Carnival Cruise Out.
Right.
You know what? I think we need to say thank you to all these members that we've got showing up in here tonight. It's right here. Or that
we say thank you very much. Thank you very much for subscribing to our channel. Thank you very much for watching our videos. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Well, thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Ringo's here to do it in person. Mom says, and try to not touch the doorknobs or handles. Use your elbow, your sleeves. People do not wash their hands after the restroom.
No, they don't. And you know what I love on the cruise ships that they have now? They have this little, like a little white dispenser, little dry paper towel dispenser, and they're tiny little paper towels that you use to open the door with, and then they have a trash can right there. I love that.
I do too. Typically though, I just wash my hands. I dried my hands, and they got a paper towel. I'll try to use the same one, but if they got the blow drying thing or whatever, then I got to grab that little tissue. Whatever I got to do, I ain't touching that door handle either, or I'll stand and wait for somebody else to open the door. Somebody open the door.
I'll stand there and wait for somebody else to open the door. She'll be like, "What took you so long?" I'm like, "I was waiting for somebody to open the door."
Well, why did I even ask? I should have known that. I have a bionic immune system. Even when I was a preschool teacher, never got sick. That's why you've got a bionic immune system.
That's right, because you're around all them preschoolers.
That's a petri dish if ever there was one. Somebody says, cruise ships are petri dishes. I'm like, no, preschools are petri dishes.
There you go.
Because she used to work at one a long time ago, too.
Cruise nuts.
Cruise nuts, Mike and Tracy, what's going on tonight?
Yeah, wash your hands, wash your hands, wash your hands. People that, I mean, you know how many times I wash my hands at home?
Me too.
Just at home. I wash my hands a million times. Just here. There's nobody here but me, him, and the dogs.
I'm washing my hands. You betcha. My hands smell like soap right now, I bet you. Danny D says, that's my favorite one, Robin dancing.
I didn't even know what I was doing. I didn't know I don't even know how he filmed that.
She was hammering. So I took a video of it. I said, look at this.
So cute. Yes. Here we go.
Anthony on the Move says, I really appreciate you addressing hygienic procedures for different situations and settings. That's what's changed over our 21 years.
Yeah.
Pre-pandemic, pandemic, post-pandemic.
Right.
Ironically, you think more people would be washing their hands post-pandemic. No, they slacked off.
I'm telling you.
Yeah.
And you know what? Let me tell you another thing. I have done this before, and I am not ashamed to do it. If I feel like our room was not cleaned, I will tell our room steward, I'm sorry, and I'll bring him in and I'll say, see, the drink rings are still on the counter. And would you please clean the whole room again? You don't have to change the sheets. You don't have to change the towels. But would you please wipe everything down again? I actually had a room steward one time. I had to tell him 3 times to do that. And he told me he did. So I just got on the phone and I called.
It was Royal Caribbean. I got to tell you, it was a disaster.
So I got on the phone and I called the director of housekeeping. And I said, you need to come to my room. And he says, is there a problem? I said, yes, I've asked the room steward 3 times to clean the room. And if he's not going to clean the room, I need another room steward.
Now, this was embarkation day.
Embarkation day. We hadn't even unpacked.
It was 7 p.m., right? Yeah. It was 7 p.m. And so we ended up going down to the line down there. And there was people in front of us. And the lady in front of us was whatever the ultra diamond emerald thing they have on the girl. She was like part owner of the ship, basically.
And she was pissed.
Oh, she was mad. She still didn't even have a room key to her room.
I know, right? So, I don't feel bad about that because and this is what I told the hotel director when he came. I told him, I said, my safety and my well-being is part of the responsibility of this crew. Having my room clean is part of that responsibility. And I showed him, I said, you see these ring stains? I said, now I'm going to go in the bathroom. I'm going to get a wash rag and I'm going to show you it's not a stain. And I took the wash rag and I wiped it, right? And I showed him and it was black. And he's like, ma'am, I am so sorry. I'm going to get this room cleaned. And I think they gave us a free dining or something so they could clean our room.
Steakhouse or something. Mm-hmm. But and the thing was, too, that wasn't even all of it. It was even like the toilet had skid marks.
Yeah, from other people. We hadn't even used it. Okay. And I told him, I said, we haven't even used this bathroom. I'm going to show you the toilet.
That's not us. We haven't used it.
And I'm not one that wants to get staff in trouble. The staff works very, very hard. I'm not belittling their work and I'm not belittling their workload. But I did ask you 3 times.
I think our room steward, though,
I think it was a new room steward, and he really hadn't been taught. And I think that the hotel, and I told the hotel director that. I said, I think that he needs to go back through training and work with a seasoned room steward. He doesn't need to be a room steward on his own.
To me, my honest assessment was if there's anybody, they need to check for drugs on that ship. It was that dude. That was my personal opinion, really.
Hey, Robin and Chet.
Hey, what's going on? There's Sharon and Gary coming in from Texas.
And we got a shout out for Ringo.
And
Baby Enzo.
They had to come up here live tonight to say thanks to all y'all.
And it's a Gypsy and the Vanilla Gorilla.
Thank you, Jeff and Tammy.
Mm-hmm.
Right on. I think growing up in the 70s, I ate dirt. Oh,
okay, so we did.
We grew up in the 70s also. My
little sister, we made her eat mud pies. She thought it was chocolate pudding.
I ate it anyway just to see if you could.
Boys texting on the phone.
Okay. Yeah.
Here we go.
Mike Land says, I agree. Worked around kids for years and caught everything. Mm-hmm. Now, had the crud in 2022 after the cruise. Prior to that, only one time I was real sick was Christmas 2018. Mm-hmm. Now, me, I don't, around here, I don't never get sick. I've gone decades without getting sick.
The week before, he had a procedure, and we were in a doctor's office, and the doctor's office was the dirtiest atmosphere I had been in. I was like, they need to hire somebody to clean this waiting room. This waiting room is nasty. We sat in a chair and kept our hands in our laps because the room was so dirty. And this is a doctor's office.
It was old, dirty, archaic. I thought Vincent Price was going to come out as the doctor.
I tell you what was even funny. They had recliners all lined up.
Recliners, old, nasty, raggedy ones from 1968.
They had all these recliners and all these
IV things.
That thing that you hang the IV on. I told Jessica, what are they doing out here in this waiting room?
Something's going on after hours around here, and it ain't no doctor stuff.
Here we go.
Employees must wash hands does not mean you have to get the employees to wash your hands.
Do it yourself.
Do it yourself. Double squeakies for Aaron. I wish I had thought of that. Employees must wash hands. I'm sorry, I'm waiting for an employee to come in. Sir, I need you to wash my hands for me. That's brilliant. I love that. Mom says we wipe down the plane seats with antibacterial. Yep. Same with the room surfaces. That's her.
Yep, that's me.
Oh, yeah.
I wipe down everything.
Yep. And I'm glad now.
I mean, the older we get, the more susceptible we are, the slower our immune system is.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Tiffany says they They say at food places, employees must wash their hands before returning to work.
Yeah,
Makes you
I've
wonder
been
why they
in the
have to put a
bathroom
sign
at a
there.
restaurant, and I've seen the waiter and waitress not wash their hands. And I told Chet, I said, I'm just hoping that there's a sink where they're going because they didn't wash their hands. Thank God they're not our waiter or waitress. Ultra Diamond, that's it.
Yeah, Ultra Diamond something. That's what I thought because she was
Skid
really
marks?
hot. Yeah, you know what skid
Was
marks
Chris
are.
there?
I think y'all were on that cruise right ahead of us.
Oh, nasty skids.
No, it was a Royal
Caribbean.
Enzo. No, it was Royal Caribbean, so Chris wasn't there.
Miss Not. What's that?
Can't type. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Trouble
Here we
typing.
go. Trouble typing.
Hey, that's Adventures with Roxanne. Hey, Roxanne, how you doing? Hi,
Roxanne.
Thanks for joining us tonight. By the way, if you're new here and you haven't subscribed already, please give us a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. We sure thank you for that.
We do.
Part of some of the things that have changed in our 21 years of cruising we wanted to talk about is there's different things on the ship now.
Yeah, there's stuff on the ship that was never on a ship when we cruised.
Hey, I know.
When we cruised, the big adventure on the ship was the Vegas show. Because they would have the girls with the great big hats and the little skimpy bottoms. It was like Las Vegas showgirls, right?
Yeah.
That was the big thrill on the cruise ship back then. Well, guess what? There's a bigger thrill on cruise ships today. Roller coaster. Roller coaster. We rode this roller coaster on the way home. And it was a lot of fun.
We've never, the only thing that happened our first cruise 21 years ago was one water slide. And it was only about 10 feet long. About a 10-foot water slide into the pool. That was it.
But on the Mardi Gras, if you want to ride the roller coaster, you have to reserve a time.
Yes.
Right? You just get, because there were people in line and they got turned away because they had not gone on the app and reserved their time slot. And I want to say it was like $15. You had to pay on the app, and you had to reserve your time slot. So remember, on the Carnival Mardi Gras, if you want to ride the roller coaster, you need to use the app, pay the fee, and reserve your time slot.
Now, I think Chris and Liz's cruise is going to be on the Celebration. I think that's what they said, which is the same ship as the Mardi Gras. So if you're going to book that, remember you can book that roller coaster there thing, the Bolt, before you get on the ship. And I recommend doing it because it is sold out.
Yeah. And this, so what you got going with this right here?
Oh, this right here is some of the venues are very different than what we've seen before ever on a cruise ship. We just came off of the Sun Princess in December. Never seen a venue look like this before.
Yep. Here we go.
That.
So the dome is amazing. You swim under the stage and come up inside.
Yeah.
It's the craziest thing I ever saw. So you'll see that there's seats here, but if you look close, there's a loungers because you can get out of the pool right there. And
they have shows in there, but the problem is it only holds like 250 people.
Right.
It's a very small venue for a ship that holds 4,000 people. And it's got a pool, like you said, goes inside and back outside.
And another thing that Chet doesn't have a clip of, that, the dining experiences are becoming so much more, right? It used to be you had the specialty dining, the steakhouse, whatever, and then the special thing was the chef's table, right?
Yeah, right.
Well, now there's the 360 dining.
Yes.
And there's the spellbound dining.
Oh,
and, they're on Disney. I can't remember what they call that with all the fancy.
They're getting a new one with the haunted house. They're getting a brand new one on their next ship.
Even specialty dinings have just really leaps and bounds of what they were years ago.
Yes, totally. Everything has changed in 21 years so much.
We have one cruise we're going on in 2025. We're not eating in the dining room at all. We're eating specialty dining every night. In December, because we're doing Spellbound, and we're doing the Steakhouse, and we're doing Rudy's, and we're doing
Dario's, whatever that is.
The Butcher Block. And we're doing
Sabatini's
and
teppanyaki. That's all the 6 nights.
Right. So we're eating specialty dining every night. But you know what? On Virgin, it is specialty dining every night. That's
a real difference. Some of the new cruise lines that have come in the past 21 years that didn't exist when we started. Virgin is one of them.
And we were on, what ship was that had the Brazilian steakhouse kind of deal? That was MSC?
No, that was a Norwegian.
Norwegian. And that ship is taking that away
Yes.
because it wasn't that good.
We ate at it and we
And
were
the food
disappointed.
was horrible. The food was horrible. I told Chad, I said, I can't believe we paid for this food. The food was horrible.
That's the only bad food we had on that ship. The rest of the food,
was great on the ship.
was great.
Yes. But that restaurant, mm-mm. And they're taking it off that ship. And I think that it must be because a lot of people did not enjoy it. You know, you have to enjoy it, especially if you're going to pay extra for it.
If you're paying extra, yeah. The ships are so big now. I don't see how you could do it all unless you're there for a month. You
so
can't
that's
do it all,
the
Mom.
thing. That is the thing. We used to get on a ship, and by day 2 or 3, we knew the ship upwards, forwards, backwards. We know it inside and out. Nowadays, we get on a ship. My gosh, 7 days, and it's like, what? Where was that again? Was that? How did we get there?
If you check,
then we'll get there and we'll go. We've never been here before. We've been on a ship for 5 days. This is the first time we've seen this area.
and I've shown her the ship videos. She watched the ship video I put up in Sun Princess, and she's like, "I don't think we ever went up there." I said, "The only time we went up there was when I vlogged it. I went up there to vlog it, and that was it. We never went there." You know, it was that big of a ship.
Mm-hmm.
If it wasn't for me filming some places, we would never see them in a whole 7 days. Norwegian Bliss go-karts.
Yeah.
Super fun, but it was slow to get through the line.
Yeah.
Ride.
But
go-karts. Yeah.
But that's because only so many people can get on at a time, and they want you to have your 15-minute experience.
Yeah.
But yet they got to get you in there, lock you in, make sure you're safe, do the whole safety protocol, and then get you out. You know, it is a long wait, but come on, it's an adventure.
There's so much different stuff though. Go-karts, roller coasters,
and
rock climbing.
What's that one thing I love? The sky thing.
Oh, the sky course. Yeah,
the sky course.
The kids' playground up in the air.
It's not a kids' playground. Awesome, I'm an adult and I'm up there.
I know, and so is Tom and Terry. And Greg and Michelle say reserve a few time slots in case it's canceled due to weather, and you can always cancel.
That is the thing too, because we scheduled it and it was canceled for weather, and they rescheduled for us.
Yeah.
Because I said, okay, so we have this for today, but it's canceled. They said, yes, ma'am, we've already rescheduled it for you. I'm like, woohoo, thank you. Yeah. But maybe that's because we're our status, maybe platinum status or something.
Yeah, maybe.
But you know, the other thing is too, no matter if it's an on-board excursion, on-board dining, ship off the ship excursion, you know, we're terrible for this. We tell people book early, book now, right?
Yep.
Because you get on the ship and it's full. Well, back in the day, we never booked before we got on a cruise ship.
No.
Got on the cruise ship, you looked at the list, you decided what did you want to do at the different ports, you booked it while you were on the ship. If you do that nowadays, you ain't going to get to do nothing.
I know,
because
unless somebody cancels.
Yeah, unless somebody cancels.
If you want to stand there and wait, well, they didn't show up, so okay, now you just take a risk. You know?
Yeah, so we have gone on the cancellation wait list for different things, especially if it's a dining that we really want, or you know, like anything, we will go on a wait list for it. If it's something we really wanted to do and we did not book it before we got on the cruise ship, we'll definitely be on a waiting list. So all you got to do is go up to customer service and say, hey, I'd like to be on the waiting list. I know that they're full for Crown Grill. I'd like to be put on the waiting list. And they'll help you be put on that waiting list. Doesn't mean you'll get in, but at least you...
Remember the Caribbean Princess? We was on that ship on a back-to-back for 2 weeks. And we were on the waiting list the first week and couldn't get in. The second week, we finally, like the last day on the ship, we was able to go to the
We were on that ship for 2 weeks and could not get in the Crown Grill. And it was like, geez, this is ridiculous.
It was her birthday. I was like, come on, guys, it's her birthday. Aaron says, and pray that the weather or technical difficulties or whatever knock you out of roller coaster riding.
So now that's the thing. Yeah. So any of those things, the sky course, the rock climbing wall, the roller coaster, high winds.
Yes, over 30 miles an hour usually is what they say.
And we were on this, I can't remember which ship we were on. I can't remember what ship it was on. But the wind was blowing the smoke from the smokestack to the sky course.
Yeah.
So the sky course was closed because the wind was blowing the smoke from the smokestack over there.
They had to wait until the trajectory of the ship turned a little bit, or the wind changed. I forget which, but then, okay, we can go now.
Yeah. So, you know, and we saw a lot of people being really ugly to the staff. The staff can't control the wind. The staff can't control the fact that, and this was another thing too. One day the roller coaster was closed. but it was closed because the supervisor that oversees the roller coaster was called to another emergency.
Yeah.
And he could not be there. They have to have that supervisor for the safety protocols. So a lot of times you'll see staff there and they're like, well, staff is here. Why isn't it open? Well, they're not going to tell you, hey, there was an emergency on the ship and the supervisor got called away. But there's a reason. Just,
I want to throw out a couple more up too. You may not have noticed this, but the muster drills changed drastically.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yes.
Used to
Thank God the muster drill changed drastically.
Stand out there on that hot deck wearing a life vest for half an hour or more.
Back in the day, yes, you went to your cabin, you got that huge life jacket, you put it on, and you had to walk through the hall wearing it. Because if you weren't walking through the hall wearing it, they'd tell you had to put it on. So you put that, and they make you leave all the drinks, you can't have water or anything, and go stand stacked.
Shoulder to shoulder, chest to back.
Three rows of people deep, while they waited for everybody to get there. And I'm literally passing out, and waiting for this one girl in a bathing suit who's drunk, carrying her frozen whatever. Going, where am I supposed to be? Meanwhile, I'm passing out. Yeah. So thank God now.
E-mustard,
yes. Praise E-mustard.
Love E-mustard.
Love the E-mustard. So now most ships, you just go up to your E-mustard station, you sign in. They give you a little 2 or 3 minute thing. This is the life jacket. This is how you put it on. Mm-hmm. If you've got kids, don't worry about them. The kids club will get them where they need to be. Yeah. They give you the whole little speech in less than 5 minutes.
You go back, watch your safety video, you're done.
You got to watch the safety video in your cabin.
Yeah. One other thing I noticed changed, unless you got a comment.
No.
Elevators,
yes.
And we're liking the new smart elevator system, y'all.
So the smart elevator system is, not every ship has it, not every cruise line has it, but
we
many
saw
of them
first
have it.
On MSC.
First time we ever saw it was on MSC. Yeah. And what it is you walk up to the little panel, and you tell it what floor you want to go to, and it tells you which elevator to go stand in front of.
Yeah, I'm
totally love that.
Floor 7, and it says go to elevator B. You turn around, there's A, B, C, D, E, F. You just go to B and stand there. When the door opens, you step in, and you go to deck 7.
And they also have, if you were in a wheelchair or a scooter, that same panel has a little wheelchair emblem on it.
Yep.
And if you push that little wheelchair emblem, it'll ask you what floor you're going to go to and how many people are in your party. So that way, if you've got grandma in a scooter and you got grandpa with a walker, and there's 4 or 5 of you in the group, you will get an elevator of your own. Now, it may take a little longer for the elevator to get there.
Do not think pushing that wheelchair button,
it's not going to get you there. No.
It's going to be slower.
It's going to be slower, but at least grandma and grandpa or whoever it is don't have to struggle trying to, because we've seen people get somebody in a wheelchair and then they take the stairs and try to find them on the next floor. Yeah. And then nobody held the door open for the person in the wheelchair, and they went all the way up to the 15th floor and wanted to get off on deck 9.
Yeah.
So... Yeah. But the elevator system has greatly improved. Improved.
Yes.
Hey, Eddie.
Hey, yo, Eddie Lugo.
Eddie Lugo. And we got Down Under Cruiser.
Hey, good day. Sorry I'm late. I just got back in the office. Happy Monday. Because
there it's already Monday.
Sean he's in the future. Sean, tell us about the future.
What lottery numbers won?
7. Angie Conrad Roberts coming in. Hey, Angie, how's it going tonight?
Yep. Elevators. Oh, you mean lifts? So I watched.
I thought only Britt said that. I didn't know Ozzy said that.
This is so funny. I watched a Instagram thing the other day, right? And he's British. He's like, I don't understand why Americans add words to words that don't need words, because glasses. What are glasses? You put glasses on so you can see, right?
Yeah.
Well, Americans, were they putting them on their knees? Were they putting them on their feet going, I can't see? And then somebody came along and said, it's eyeglasses. You put them on your eyes. And then he said, he was going along with all these examples, how Americans add all these words to a simple item, that he was making fun of us.
Oh, we have to, because a cup like this, we have to put, do not pour water here. This is the bottom.
Hey, we have to tell people to look and make sure your baby's in the back seat. Your car tells you, hey, make sure the baby's not in the back seat.
Hey, Cruising Koozies here. Good to see y'all here tonight. Thanks for joining us.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, hey, I want to think of it too. Tomorrow at 8:30, typically the Conscious Cruiser comes on. But tomorrow morning, it's going to be another edition of the Rise and Shine show with Sea Lake Journeys because Scott's still out. So hopefully the next Monday we'll have the Conscious Cruiser coming back in at 8:30. Until then, it's going to be the Rise and Shine show with Sea Lake Journeys.
So non-disclosure, these may or may not be the real lottery numbers.
Oh. Sean would never mislead us. I'm buying 10,000 tickets. That's awesome. That's awesome. Also, hey, we got a lot of other stuff that we've noticed is changing. With cruising, the private islands have come a long way in 21 years. It used to just be a picnic, lunch, and a canoe.
Yeah, back in the day, literally, it was a picnic sack, basically a picnic sack lunch.
A buffet or whatever.
It was in a little styrofoam thing, right? And it was the beach, and it was a chair. That was it. The beach, the chair, and
you might have a canoe or whatever they call it.
Yeah. A kayak.
Yeah.
You may have a kayak.
And you could snorkel.
And you could snorkel. And that was pretty much it. Well, my goodness, nowadays, cruise lines are competing for the best private island.
Yes.
What is that new private island they just built?
The Celebration Key from Carnival is fixing to open to compete with Coco Cay.
Royal Caribbean's private island.
Yeah, and in my mind, even Norwegian's island, with the zip line and stuff is really great too. Great Stirrup Cay.
Great Stirrup Cay, yeah. And I appreciate Carnival trying to keep Half Moon Cay natural.
I do too, yes.
But you can still go horseback riding there, and you can still ride ATVs there, and you can still snorkel, and you can take the catamaran and all that.
Yeah. Even
though Half Moon Cay is still kept as natural as possible. There are other private islands that are fantastic. What's that one for MSC?
MSC is that one. Yeah, we just went.
Can't think of the name of it right now. It's got the lighthouse and everything.
Yeah.
Geez.
Ocean Cay.
Yes. And so they are keeping the reefs natural there. So their whole thing is let's keep the reef natural, but they've got all these different specialty beaches. They got a teenage beach. That's for the teenagers. It's got volleyball and all that.
They got beaches on a lagoon.
Themed beaches.
So there's no waves in there, so little kids can go in.
Yeah, so in the center, they built the lagoon so that little people can wander in the water and waves not knock them down and everything. And then that other new one that they're building off of the coast of Belize.
What is that?
It's not open to the public yet. But it's going to be a great beach too, with a swimming pool, freshwater pool, shops, everything. So the private islands have come a long, long way.
And we never
Don't miss a day
Coco
on a private island.
Coco Cay, you got hot air balloons. You got the biggest water theme park in North America.
Yep. Love Coco Cay. I mean, yeah.
And Labadee. Yes, that's another one, Chris. Yes.
Yep.
It's a Royal Caribbean stop there. Yeah.
What is this?
I love the ocean view and the sounds of the ocean.
Yeah.
Me too. Love the smell of it. Carnival needs to allow their drink package on the island, but they don't.
So some islands do. Carnival does have some islands that you can use your drink package on, but I want to see it's only if you're a certain status, isn't it?
On Princess Cay, we can use the Princess drink package, but when you stop at Carnival, you can't.
Right.
So you have to check that before you go. The Princess, you can use your drink package at Princess Cay. And I'm pretty sure you can use it at Half Moon Cay too.
Yes, you can.
The rare times that Princess goes there. But
the thing is that all of them are improving their private islands. And the reason that they're improving their private islands is because of port taxes at the other islands. So if there's a storm or something like that, and you can't go to, say, Cozumel or something, and people are like, why do they take us back to their private island again? Because they have to be on a schedule. There's a schedule that is put out prior to them going to these places, and they have to pay port fees and all that. And then the passengers have to pay those port fees as well. So if they can't go to Cozumel, that's why they take you back to one of their private islands.
And plus, it is on the way back to the port. So if they try to go somewhere else, they wouldn't have the time to do it a lot of times.
Yep.
Okay, I'm about to pass out. Love you guys. You are the best. Right on, Chris and Liz. Y'all are the best. Yeah, I'm wearing my Carnival shirt just for y'all tonight. That's going to be a great cruise y'all are going to have in 2017. I tell you what, it's about time for us to roll here, ain't
It
it?
really is. We only got 2 minutes left.
Yeah, and I had so much.
It's making me itch.
I had so many things on here. We're just not going to get to them all.
That's okay. We did a great job. I think we did a good job.
Yep.
Do
Thanks.
y'all think we did a great job?
It's either good or good enough. I'm not sure which.
So we want to thank you all for coming. Easy for me to say. We want to thank you all for coming to our show tonight. I'm Robin. This is Chet. We are Sea Lake Journeys. We'll give them a rundown of the week.
Okay, yeah. Don't forget tomorrow morning 8:30, Rise and Shine show with Sea Lake Journeys, and Wednesday and Friday. Of course, we have Wacky Wednesday and Motivation Friday. That's our regular 8:30 schedule, and then on Sunday night we'll be back again. But before that, we also have a raid parade video that we always have. It's going to be something, I don't know what it's going to be. Come on Friday and find out. The last one was Puerto Vallarta. If you missed it, go check it out, y'all.
There you go. Mm-hmm. Oh, look. We did a great job.
Yay. Thanks, Tiffany. Aloha to you, my friend.
And there's Najuma Brown coming in at last minute.
No, she's been here.
Oh, has she been here?
Yeah.
Oh, yes, she was.
Yeah,
she
she's
was
been
here
here. She's been here
earlier.
the whole
She has
time.
been quiet.
Yeah.
She has been quiet. All right, guys. So until next time, we'll see you around the channel.
See you around the channel.